Hey, welcome Team FYN Sports and Johnny's New York Style Pizza presents Pickens Power Half-Hour Dragon Talk. We want to thank Pepsi and all of our Team FYN sponsors on this Thursday night. Tonight we have with us Dragons head coach Chris Parker, running back coach Stephen Hunter, and also offensive line coach Garrett Sellers is with us. We're starting out our first segment with running back Robert Davis. We also want to give a shout out to the Team FYN Sports Writer Player of the Week, Michael Burrell. Let's take a quick look at Quad A Region 6 football. Ridgeland is sitting on top there at 4-0. Heritage is 4-1. Northwest Whitfield 3-2. Pickens is 2-2. Southeast Whitfield is 2-2. Gilmer is 0-4, and Lafayette is 0-4. This Friday night games around the region. Northwest Whitfield 51 over Gilmer 0, and Heritage 49 over Lafayette 13, and that brings us to our game this past Friday night for the Dragons. Ridgeland Panthers 55, Pickens Dragons 21. Coach, we always approach this as you know who you were going to play. Okay, you knew Ridgeland, you knew tenacious defense. Up to your game with the Ridgeland Panthers, nobody had put, everybody put 7 on the scoreboard, and one team, Heritage, put 14. You guys come away with 21. I understand the loss, but talk about that team you saw over there Friday night.
Yeah, they had a good football team. They're probably 3rd or 4th in the state in most every poll, and that's probably accurate. They're probably one of the top 5 teams in the state of Georgia. And we're trying to get to there. We don't want to ever be happy about losing or act like it's okay to lose. We want to try to push ourselves and get better, win the game. But I did think the boys played hard. I thought both sides of the ball and the kicking game too, really all 3 phases. We had some moments where we competed with a really good football team, and then we had to have a ton of things we got to do better. If we want to get to that elite level, we got to get better. And Ridgeland is a good example of, they had a lot of young guys last year and we beat them. And they got a lot of guys back, and they're pretty good this year. They're probably going to go undefeated. So, it's our job to get better all 4 quarters. Use that as a kind of a measuring stick for where we want to get to. And I think that's what our guys did. I was proud of the guys' effort and attitudes for the game. But at the same time, we're not going to sit around and make a bunch of moral victory talk or be glad that we scored some points. I mean, we expected to score some points. So. We want to always feel like we want to compete to win, and when we didn't, we're going to be disappointed, and we're going to try to play better the next week. So that's where we are now.
Coach Hunter, running backs coach, you've got several guys. You've got several guys you're working with in the backfield that are producing, and even though the defense you went up against, Ridgeland's defense, still were able to rush 221 yards. We've got this young man here. We're going to talk with him in just a minute. But talk about this year. It's the first time we've had you here. This running back configuration and the 2 or 3 different guys you have to work with, and how that's been this year.
We're just really fortunate right now to have some of the guys that we have. I mean, we got I think 4 guys, at least 3 I know, that are averaging over 7 yards a carry. So we got some good athletes to get the ball to, and they're working hard to get better. And the good news about it is most of them are, I guess actually all of them are going to be back for next season.
You do have a young team. I mean, a lot of people look at your team, and I don't know if they, switching real quick when he says a lot of these guys will be back next season. These guys are playing unified at this point of the season. They're playing together. They're not getting down. I was over at the game Friday night. I mean, even though Ridgeland was returning, if you guys scored, they were returning with putting it on the board too. But the guys didn't get down, and they stayed unified all the way through. And is that a good feeling for a coach, knowing? And we're not done with the season, but I'm just talking with when you're dealing with some young guys. And may I say before you take off, because I always got to get my side in, Coach, because I never know when you'll stop. I'm sorry, folks, but he's been here a couple of years, so I got to get my point. Yeah, he's jealous, right? You're only starting really one senior on defense, right?
There's about 2 or 3 defenders, 2 D linemen that go into about 1 spot.
Right.
We're probably playing about 17 or 18 guys on defense, and I think 3 of them are seniors. We're probably playing about 17 or 18 guys on offense, and I think, center, Josh Kane, a really good receiver for us, and Jacob at quarterback. are all seniors. So about 3 on offense and 3 on defense in the best 35 or so. Because nowadays you don't play like 11. I think that's sometimes overblown with people. Like, we don't really just play 11 people on offense or 11 on defense. You play about 17 or 18. And so we got 35 or 36 different guys that probably get in the game on offense or defense. And I guess of those guys, 3 on offense and 3 on defense are seniors, yeah.
We got Robert Davis here with us. Robert, let me ask you a question. You had 14. You touched the ball 14 times. You had 97 yards. My biggest question is you couldn't find 3 more. I mean, you couldn't find them nowhere, not in your pocket anywhere. So you had 97 yards. You averaged 6.9. You had a touchdown, and I remember the long one you broke away for 51. What I really want to know from you is when you're running week after week, and some of these defenses you got figured out by, four plays or second quarter as a running back, but a defense like this, they're tenacious. You come up with 100 yards. What's it like to run against some guys that are going to be ending up D1 players one day?
It feels good, like just running over them, doing good, playing hard, scoring touchdowns.
Did you in like with Ridgeland? I guess you've not been here yet this year, right?
No.
So what is your? I'm gonna throw this out. I really haven't asked this. Robert Davis has 90 rushes, 976 yards, averaging 10.8 yards a carry, 12 TDs on the season so far, and his longest is 80. You're right close to 1,000 yards here, and we wish you well. You got 2 more games, and I will not expect anything less than the last 24 yards. Okay, we good with that?
Yes, sir.
All right, just checking. Anyhow, give me your favorite game this year rushing. Which one did you really enjoy? Like, give me the ball back. I want to go again. Which game was that for you?
I would say the Chattahoochee game.
Chattahoochee game?
Yeah.
And that was the night when you used to give me the ball back. How many yards did you have that game?
I think two.
He had a lot.
Yeah,
A lot.
It was
I
over
think it was
200.
265.
Yeah. And he returned the kickoff.
So you did just say, give me the ball back, right?
Yeah.
Garrett, let me ask you a question. I'm glad to have Garrett Sellers here. First-year coach, offensive line. You played offensive line. I personally watched you all through high school play offensive line. Talk about going from player to coach, the different side of being on the sideline. I know the problem you have. You're not going to admit to it. Is like, let me in, right? Come on, man. Tell the truth. Huh?
I mean, there's definitely 2 sides to it. I always miss playing football, but the unselfish part of it is, instead of just me playing, I get to help 5 to 7 guys a game. My offensive line, that they get to do it. They're growing as a team. I get to help kids mature, and I get to help them, just become better men. And like I said, everybody asks me, would you rather play or coach? And I would 100% rather coach.
Well, let me ask you about Ridgeland because you went up against your former high school coach that you know very well. But as an offensive lineman yourself, being a center for years, what's it like preparing your guys with your other coach there for a team like Ridgeland when your offensive line? Can I say something, Coach?
Well, I don't know what you're going to say, so I'm not necessarily agreeing.
I mean, well, I got to get the green light.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you used to be part of the Belly Gang. You think I don't remember that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, don't hang your head down there. Don't hang your head down there, right?
Yeah.
So, but you know all too well an offensive line needs to be somewhat a team within a team. Yes. I always called it that. How are these guys doing on this squad? And when you're coaching them up for Friday night going against a team like Ridgeland, a tenacious defense, what do you talk to them about, and what are you guys working on?
I think the main thing is, and just like myself and Coach Max will talk about, we always want to be honest with the kids. I never liked it if a coach came in and told me, they're not that good, and then you get to Friday night and they're ballers. So I think the main thing we do, we try to be honest with the guys, be upfront with them, and work on our weakest points. And we're starting like 3 sophomores, a junior, and a senior right now. So they're all, for the most part, they're all young. So like I said, the main thing is just being honest with the guys and taking it week by week. You can't really, with an older offensive line, you can kind of just go in and say, all right, guys, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it. But when you have a young offensive line that you have to progress every game, we have to start at the basics and just keep working the basics and keep getting better.
And they're doing that.
Oh, yes, no doubt.
They're doing that. No doubt. Robert, let me ask you before we go to break, our first break. You have not been with us, and and I know you're right at the 1,000-yard mark. But for you, I tell every player, I talk to every player that comes here, and I say no matter how good the game, what your stats are, how perfect you think it is, Monday you should be showing up saying, this is what I want to work on, this is what I think I need to excel at, get better at. What's that for you this week in practice?
Ball control.
Ball control?
And finding the hole.
Finding the hole. All right.
Let me tell you something. This guy right here.
Go ahead, Coach.
Has had a fantastic year. We're proud of him. He has probably progressed in his ability to mentally do the things we ask him to do, and he's doing great in the classroom. He's doing good for us as well in a year as any kid we had. And I know I'm embarrassing him now, so I'm going to be quiet.
No, that's okay.
But
that's okay.
I'm proud of this guy.
That's half the reason we bring him
But
back,
all
Coach.
people know is, they see Robert, he is fast. So he gets the ball and he's gone. That's why he averages 10 yards a carry, because sometimes he gets 2 or 3 yards. But every now and then he's going 80 yards. And so, you see him run and sometimes you just take that for what it is. But that came with a lot of hard work, a lot of discipline. Robert has really come a long way. And, this football, high school football should be about a bunch of things. But one of it is just kids growing up, maturing, being able to put all the things together that make a good football player. It's hard to be able to go out there and play on Friday and do all the things you have to do. And so, I would expect Robert to have a good last few games we play here, however many we can get to play, and then be unbelievably good for us next year because of how much he's grown. So I'm proud of him. I don't get to tell. I tell him all the time, but I don't normally get to tell him in front of folks. So I'm going to brag on him for a minute and tell him I'm proud of him.
Well, Robert, we're proud of you too at Team FYN Sports. We appreciate you. We proud. You haven't been on the show, and we thank you, and we enjoy watching you on Friday night. We wish you well this Friday night. Folks, we're going to take our first break, but before we do, we want to remind you that we're at Johnny's New York Style Pizza, and October 31st is next Tuesday. That's Halloween. There's a $2 off any large delivery here at Johnny's. $2 off any large pizza delivery for Halloween this coming Tuesday night. And we'll have that flyer out on Facebook.
What's RJ going to be for Halloween?
Oh, no. I don't know, Coach. We can do that when we get back. We'll have RJ Casey's Coach's Question of the Week as soon as we come back. We're at Johnny's New York Style Pizza. We thank Pepsi and all of the Team FYN sponsors. We'll be back after this break.
Circuit World, brand name merchandise at unbelievably low prices. Furniture, appliances, and electronics. Circuit World is locally owned and operated, serving the tri-state area. Circuit World has highly trained professionals to help. Visit your hometown Circuit World today. 3 locations in Georgia, Ellijay, Blue Ridge, and Blairsville, Franklin, and Murphy, North Carolina. No credit checks, so let Circuit World deliver to you today.
Days Chevrolet in Jasper is dropping the hammer. Over $11,000 off MSRP on new Silverados. Just look what we've done to the price on this new LT Crew Cab. Save over $11,000 and pay just $32,500. And Days Chevy is dropping the hammer in a big way on all new Chevy Malibus. Save over $6,500 and pay just $17,900. The savings are real and they're big at Days Chevrolet in Jasper.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And
Hi, I'm Casey McGraw, the General Manager of Schottenkirk Ford. We're going to start doing something here at Schottenkirk that we're really excited about. You may have already noticed our Facebook page, the new edition of the 360-degree videos. This allows the user to control the video in virtual reality and see it from any angle you choose, simply by moving your device or scrolling with your finger or your mouse. At Schottenkirk, we've decided to take this groundbreaking technology and apply it to the car shopping experience. Now, if you're interested in a new truck, a family car, or a brand new convertible Mustang, you can simply log on to our Facebook page or our YouTube page and see it for yourself in full HD 360-degree detail. Or contact one of our sales associates who will send you the link directly. If you like what you see and want to take it for a test drive, simply stop on by and take it for a spin. At Schottenkirk Ford, we're committed to not only keep up with new market technology, but we strive to be innovators, while always keeping your comfort and convenience as our #1 priority. So follow us on Facebook, check out our new 360 VR videos, and let me know if there's anything I can do for you.
Hey, and we're back, and you're watching Pickens Power Half Hour Dragon Talk. We want to thank Pepsi and all of our Team FYN sponsors. We also want to thank Johnny's New York Style Pizza. That's where we're at tonight. Don't forget, next Tuesday night, $2 off any large pizza delivery here at Johnny's New York Style Pizza. And we're back here again with head coach Chris Parker, running back coach Stephen Hunter, offensive line coach Garrett Sellers, and wide receiver joining us this time is Zach Goss. Before we get into this second half of the show, this is Quad A, Region 6. Everybody's going to be, let's see where everybody's going to be Friday night. Northwest Whitfield will be going over to take on Southeast Whitfield County. Ridgeland will be over at Gilmer Friday night, and Lafayette will be at Pickens. You have a home game against Lafayette. Coming off Ridgeland, you got to have the win. I mean, it's at that point of the season, playoff potentials. I know you only want to play one game at a time. I understand that, but this is a must-win football game.
It is.
Is it not, Coach?
Yeah, it's a game we got to win. If we don't win, we're not going to make the playoffs, basically. So it's a game we got to win, and we're trying to approach it that way. So guys have had a great week of practice. They worked hard all week, so hopefully that'll translate into the game tomorrow.
RJ, it's time for RJ Casey, our sports writer, and our sports writer here in Pickens for the Pickens Dragons. RJ's always on the sideline on Friday night. If you will find our Facebook page, Team FYN Sports, like our page, and also follow us at Team FYN Sports. RJ will keep you up on what's going on the sideline every Friday night. RJ, what's your coach's question of this week, buddy?
Well, after the game on Friday at Ridgeland, you were telling the team about how you have to practice this upcoming week and not take Lafayette lightly, just because they may not be as good or don't have as good a record. How has practice been this weekend?
We've had a good week. I mean, we kind of told the guys playing Ridgeland. Ridgeland was exceptionally good, one of the top 3 or 4 5 teams in the state. And Lafayette had struggled a little bit this year. But both weeks needed to be the same effort from us. And that's what we're trying to tell them. Like, we need the same effort from you, getting better, getting better, getting better. And I'll be honest, I think it's been as good a week of practice as we've had. So we'll see if that translates tomorrow night. That's yet to be seen. But I've been really pleased with the guys. Our seniors, you know, we mentioned only having a few of them out there, but our seniors have done an outstanding job of being leaders and pushing guys in the weight room, having great spirited practices, like nobody's kind of being lazy or looking forward to going home. I'll be honest, in the ninth game of the season, this has probably been as good of an effort and attitude as we've had in practice. And, you know, I attribute that to that. It's only a small group of guys, and they'll all be here next week, I hope. We told them to be. But, you know, they've really done a good job of trying to lead the team and push these guys.
In this segment here, we have Zach Goss is with us. Zach has 36 catches on the season so far for 708 yards, 19.7 average per catch, 13 TDs, 45 is his longest this year. And Zach, glad to have you with us. How is this last Friday night against Ridgeland? Let me just say, Zach had 3 receptions for 87 yards, a 29-yard long. You had the 2 TDs. There's 3 of them. Last guy had 1. This guy had 2 of them against Ridgeland in the end zone, and a 31-yard long reception. How is it working with Jacob this year? Every week, it seems like you guys get better. I mean, every single week, you've been good all year, but the getting open for him getting the ball to you, how's that working out?
It's been working out great. Like you said, every single week, come up with a better connection. And it starts that practice, hard work, and time together.
You got in the end zone twice against Ridgeland. Talk about a receiver. They've got a secondary that I think he had glue on you, right? They glued to you, right? They know how to They know how to stick, right? You just gotta say what it was. They know how to stick to you. But you did get open enough to get in the end zone twice. What was it like trying to get open against a team like that with a defense?
Well, they was very fast, very, very fast. And I'm not the fastest person, so it was kind of very hard, but you know what I'm saying?
You know, you don't have to be the fastest person. You just find that end zone twice.
Well, I thought our outside receivers, Josh Kane is one outside receiver,
right,
and Zach's the other one.
Josh had 4 receptions. For 68 yards.
Both those guys did a good job because they had to win some matchups, you know, individually. And anytime you play a team like Ridgeland, they put you in a spot where they kind of outnumber you on the run game, and you have to win some individual matchups down the field. And because they're athletic, that's really hard, you know, because they've got good players. So I thought our outside receivers did a really good job. We're still struggling a little bit at some other spots, but I thought, and sometimes, you know, like if you have 3 or 4 catches, I think you said one of them had 3, one had 4. 3 or 4 catches, that's actually a pretty good game. Well, you know, we play 60 plays of offense.
Right.
So 57 plays, they're just having to find something. You know, we're having to look at the formations, see which formations we can get this one open or that one open. Or, you know, so it kind of takes the whole game to try to help him get open or help any of them get open. But I was really proud of them. I thought the receivers had as good a game as probably we could have expected from them.
Coach Hunter, as the running backs coach, what kind of adjustments were you making Friday night? What were you guys seeing to make adjustments? What adjustments were you trying to work with Friday night to make something work or get things going? Like I said, again, you did put some yards on the ground against these guys. So what kind of adjustments were you making Friday night?
We just had, like Coach said, they were very aggressive defense. Had a lot of guys within 7 yards of the ball when we were lined up, and we were just trying to make sure we were getting the most dangerous ones blocked. And it was hard to run the ball that night, and we were trying to find a way to be effective. That and just we knew our opportunities were going to be limited, and we just were stressing the importance of making the most of them. When you got a chance to make a catch, you had to make a catch. Had to hold on to the ball and not turn it over and give it back to that offense. It was pretty good as well.
Garrett, let me ask you, a game against Ridgeland, you're going up against Lafayette. Is in a roundabout way, is that a good game or good? Is that good for your guys up front to have to work to block guys like that, open holes up like that? I mean, is that just like they need to see that kind of competition? And did they take that to practice this week? And did you see the results of that game Friday night in this week's practice?
I think we did. Like both of the coaches said, I thought we had a pretty good week of practice this week. Probably one of the best ones we've had. But just like you said, with the offensive line, I mean, every week you pretty much have one or two things that you're going to work on. And the thing that we wanted to work on last week was communication. I mean, Ridgeland was fast, they're athletic, they're going to come in different packages, they're putting a bunch of guys in the box. So I think the kids have come off the game well. They communicated well, they played hard, and just like we were talking, they have to carry it over week by week by week and keep getting better if we want to have a chance to do what we want to do in the playoffs.
Zach, let me ask you, this week of practice, what did you come in and you focus on? You say you had to work harder, you need to focus, you need to make adjustments. What was that for you personally this week of practice?
Probably been working more, like being aggressive on blocks on the outside for one-on-one purpose-wise to get Robert more open, pretty much.
Coach, we got just go. Ellie, I'm so sorry, folks. Ellie, I apologize. We came back from break. I didn't let everybody know Ellie was with us. You like Johnny's New York Style Pizza? That's right. We know Ellie likes Johnny's New York Style Pizza. Coach, let's wrap up tonight by talking about Lafayette. You never can take a team for granted. I mean, on Friday night, the team that goes there, you don't want them to be the team that around the league and North Georgia say, did you hear what happened? You coach long enough.
Well, that happens every week.
Right, exactly. It happens somewhere every week on Friday night.
It's our job to just prepare and do the best we can do, regardless who the opponent is. But Lafayette is actually a well-coached team. They're doing a good job on offense. They're moving the ball on people. Their coach is actually a friend of mine. I know him. He does a good job. They're going to give some people some problems. We're going to just have to execute and play as well as we can play. And hopefully the ball bounces our way and we win the game. But our job is just to worry about us. It really is. And every year I coach, I get older, the more I'm sure of that it doesn't matter who you're playing. It's really a lot about you and you executing and doing the best you can. And when we're able to do that, we've got a good chance. And when we don't, we don't. So that won't be any different tomorrow night. I am proud of the guys, regardless of how they do. I told them it's been as good a week. It's been as good of, honestly, on the field. Because we've had some, we've dealt with a couple of tragedies. We've had some kids on our teams whose parents have passed away this year. We've had two of our own passed away. We've had some, just a lot of things. We had a hurricane. We didn't have school for a week.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, this has been the craziest.
I forgot about that, but you didn't have practice that week.
Yeah, we didn't practice at a game. I mean, it's just been an interesting year off the field, but on the field, I've been as proud to be the coach of these guys as any team I coach. It's not a knock on them other teams I've coached, but I just mean like these guys have come to work. They got a good attitude. I mean, I've coached some teams with a better record after 8 games than we got right now, but I haven't coached any that I've had as much fun with. They've got at least equal to the best we've had. And, my last filibuster for tonight is these 2 guys I brought today, 2 of the best coaches in North Georgia, youngest. Coach Hunter ain't as young as he looks. But they 2 of the best young coaches around. And, we're just blessed to have so many good guys that coach for us or play for us, or young guys that are on our scout team. And I'm just glad to get a chance to be with these guys. So it's, will that all show up tomorrow? I have no idea. I know people come watch the game and they see, 5, maybe 7, 8, maybe all 10 games, and they make a judgment on those kids or these coaches or me or whatever. But what we do every day has been as fun as it's ever been. I mean, it really has been. So I expect us to translate that in tomorrow into having fun and getting after it and hopefully executing enough to win the game.
Well, you brought up that these young men are young coaches, but I'm going to say this. I always say something I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to say, at least when you got here, I didn't ask you what position you play.
Yeah, we had one.
No, Coach, you don't have to bring.
Well, they don't even look that young. Garrett looks older than Steven, but the truth is that they're both they're about 10 years apart. But Coach Hunter was our middle school coach, and for 4 years, middle school team basically was one of the best teams in the region every single year. And then Coach Sellers come up, joined us, and he's as good of a young guy as we've ever had for knowledge and his ability to work with kids. And so, this is the future. You got to keep building the guys like that through the program, and keep getting guys like Zach and Robert and all the other guys we bring up here being a part of it. So, it's frustrating when you lose. It was frustrating to lose Friday. It's frustrating to lose anytime. But it's really exciting to see all these guys and how they've grown and they developed and how they come back to work. They inspire me because I get down. I'm old. I've been coaching a long time, so I get frustrated. And I'm disappointed, and I'm trying to, I don't like if we lose or something. And then I see the guys come out there, and they're just working. They're just trying to get better. Coaches come in just trying to get better. So, how does that translate to tomorrow? I don't know. But I know that that's the answer to that question in a crazy way. Is we're just worried about us. We're just trying to get better, and the kids have really bought into that, and so I am too. We're looking forward to it.
Well, we appreciate you guys every Thursday night coming out here. Folks, just a quick note, everybody on Friday night, Ridgeland will be over at Gilmer again. Just a reminder, Northwest Whitfield will be over at Southeast Whitfield, and Lafayette will be traveling over to take on your Pickens Dragons. Game time 7:30 is kickoff. Come out and support the Dragons Thursday night. You've been watching Pickens Power Half Hour Dragon Talk. We want to thank Johnny's New York Style Pizza for always providing this great location, and Pepsi and all of our Team FYN sponsors. Find our Facebook page and also follow us at Team FYN Sports. And don't forget, next Tuesday night for Halloween, $2 off any large Johnny's New York Style Pizza delivery. I'm out of here. We'll see you tomorrow night on the field.